Hi everyone. Just getting myself situated, making sure I can see my comments, and then I'm actually live. I'm watching from my tablet on the side. If you're with me, please say hello and thanks for joining. This is our creative session 1. This is our first creative session, and I'm going to share a ton of inspiration with you guys. Looking forward to creating with you. Hi, Miss Vicky, and we have Nikki. How are you guys? So I'm just going to wait a few seconds just as people join in. But if you're having a great time already, please make a comment below. Hi, Sharon. Hi, Bobby. Good morning, Midge. How are you? Ashley, thanks for joining. Hi, Judy. I'm glad you're having fun. Hi, Allison. All right. So, as we have said a million times, you've heard me, we've got a jam-packed fun weekend for you guys. My order for our new product just came in yesterday, just in time for our event, right? So I thought I would share with you some of the new scrapbook workshops that have just become available. 4 brand new ones were released on May 6th. I'm not going to open up all the paper and everything, only because it just gets a mess and it never goes back in the package the way I received it. But I did want to share them with you. And actually, this was just posted as Spin the Wheel. So we have our weekend adventures, and you guys create 3 double-page layouts. This sheet right here comes with all the instructions. It comes with photo mats for you to, if you don't have your pictures ready. But this is a phenomenal, you guys, I'm really struggling with not opening it, but I'm not gonna insistent. This technique is embellishing with linen thread. So it's, like I said, a really fun project to create these 3-page layouts. So I'm just going to make sure I can bring it up close enough so you guys can see it. It really has a nice, really rustic look. And then this one, which I think is one of my favorites, is the Celebrate Together. This is adding details with embossing powder. Now, these optional techniques that they share here on the top, they really are optional. You don't have to, but they do give you suggested product. And this one, what I love about it, it's bright, it's cheerful, it's perfect for summer. And you would create these 3 double-page layouts. And it always shares with you, and you can see these details on the website, exactly what materials they're suggesting that are needed. So, Celebrate Together is number 2. Then we have Memories in Bloom, right? Bright, bold colors. This feature technique is paper folding and tearing. Again, not a lot of different supplies, extras needed, but 3 of these 3 double-page layouts. And last but not least is Turtley Sweet. Perfect for documenting your grandchildren. I love these fun images and stickers that come with it. Now, most of our kits will come with exclusive paper just here in these workshops. They're not available. And also, when you go to memory keeping or scrapbooking on the website, you'll be able to see all the new products that are introduced for scrapbooking. So, and they all have sticker sheets available, coordinating stamp sets that go with them as well. So, again, look how cute these guys are. Look at these fun stickers. And look how they created this turtley suite into a beachy theme, right? So very creative, giving you a ton of different alternative options to create our workshops. So excited that I was able to share that with you guys. Move that aside. And my creative session is going to be introducing you to one of my favorite stamp sets that was brought into the new catalog, and it's called the Sunrise Sailing Stamp Set. Now let me point out that all of it is a la carte. You can buy just the stamp set, you can buy this bundle with the stamp set and dies, and this bundle comes with an embossing folder as well. Look how pretty this embossing folder is. So we're going to use that today, and here are the dies that come with it. As you can see, I have created a ton of cards and projects already with this, and I'm going to show you so many different alternatives on how to use these sailboat dies. So let me share with you some of the inspiration that I have created already. Here, probably one of my first cards. It's very simple, right? We have the embossed folder, the die cut stamped image, stamping on the decorative shadowing, I guess I would call it, for our sailboat. But look at the detail on that. Fun, simple, elegant. Then I tried using this reverse, it's called reverse embossed. And basically it is, and I'm not done with this. I didn't create an instant card because I wasn't exactly enthusiastic on how it came out, but I have some other ideas on here as well. Here is another one. I introduced our swirly embossing folder. I've actually added some Wink Stella to this card as well as a nice congratulations. So these are perfect for graduation cards, for Father's Day cards coming up, and actually even retirement cards. Here is one I created that actually it is a masking technique, which allows these sailboats to appear behind each other. So this was really fun to create. And as you can see, taking the different color sails and marrying them up with the base of the boat. And this is what we're going to create today. A happy retirement card. Now, my husband didn't like this. He said it was too depressing because of the background is dark. So we're going to make this a little bit different, but we are going to recreate this card. And I'm going to share with you how you don't always have to use the whole embossing folder to create a beautiful card. I'm going to leave this over to the side right here. I'm going to move off to the side my additional inspiration. And I'm going to bring out my silicone mat. I have pre-cut the majority of our pieces here, and I forgot that I have all these little seagulls. I can't lose these guys. I'm gonna move them right there. I have another one right here. All right, guys, it's your job to help me keep an eye on these little seagulls. So again, here we're going to create this card. We're going to set up the base. Get the simplicity of this out of the way. And this is Moonlight Mist, is this cardstock. And we are going to grab our stylish dies, and we're going to cut this out, but we're going to actually use the embossing folder partially on this. So let me get that cut out for you. I wanted to show you exactly how I did it. And I'm delaying because I put my stylish dies aside so I would not lose them for this craft along. And honestly, you should see my craft room right now. It is such a disaster, a total disaster. All right, so they are MIA, but we're going to go to a quick alternative. I'm going to actually use one of these circles right here. And this is from our Spotlight on Nature. And look at all these dies. And rumor has it they were going to discontinue these, but now rumor has it they're keeping them in stock. So I like this one for the particular use that we're going to use. So we're going to die cut this first. So always an alternative. Those are like my favorite dies, so I hope they do show up. Okay, so I'm going to have to do a little bit of weeding here. But for the sake of time in our session, I am now going to just do a partial embossing. So because this is a 3D embossing folder, I don't need these 3 plates. All I need is my base. And we're going to take this embossing folder and my gray plate, and we're just going to line this up on the bottom part. And I'm going to go not quite halfway, and we're going to create this watery scene right at the bottom of our circle. So perfect, right? We can move these guys out of the way. No longer need our machine. Whoa. And let's get this guy weeded. We do not need these little guys in here. I could be using our pickup tool, but my tweezers are right here and I didn't lose them. They're right here for a change, right? Okay, perfect. Now we're going to do some blending on here. And I'm just going to, instead of grabbing my mat, I'm just going to grab a piece of scratch paper. We're going to take our blending, and I am going to be blending this with our balmy blue. Now we all blend a little bit different, and I always tap off to the side. I don't want these big nice blotches, and then I always come in from the offside. And I really want this bottom part to be a little bit darker. And we are now going to just blend lightly the rest of it all through the top. I want to go much lighter on the top to give it that sky blue look. And I'm going to go, again, a little bit sharper on the bottom just to get that embossed look really popping out there. Okay, so now we have our nice little sentiment here. And what did I forget? I need to emboss this as well, because I want that to carry over that look. So we're going to grab our machine again. Actually, I'm going to just do it right off screen. Just add some additional adhesive to the back of here. So I love my adhesive, and I know it's not Stampin' Up, but I love that it is so forgiving. Jen, I know, loves the liquid glue. I'm more of a dry glue kind of gal. So now we have this pretty embossed section down here, and we're just going to line that up down towards the center there. And I'm going to lie it flat. I'm not using dimensional. Obviously, you have the option. Just going to line that up to the top of that water right there. And now we are going to create our sailboats, and you have so many different options. So let me share with you. On here, I could have created this stem, this whole piece here, this die cut here, and I could have used crumb cake with it. Basically cutting these two pieces out in crumb cake. I chose to cut them out in white, but you do have so many different alternative options in how you build your sailboats. So here, I am taking my crumb cake alcohol marker, and I'm just going to color in along the edge of each one. And then I'm going to color in on the bottom. We're going to attach that, and we're going to do the same with this little guy here. I want to make sure I had them die cut up straight. I'm just taking my marker right along the edge here, because our alcohol markers do bleed a little, so it picks in and absorbs the white perfectly. And where'd he go? There he went. And now we are going to adhere our sailboat together, and I want it to have a little bit of pop. So I am going to just put adhesive on this little guy here, and it gets lined up just so you guys can see, and I'll lift it up. It gets lined up right to the bottom here, but you want your little post to be showing. So the one thing I do wish that this stamp set offered was like a little flag or a little sail. I guess I could have created one. And then we're going to do the same for this larger one. We're going to put some adhesive right on this side and layer it. I'm going to bring it right down to this base of the sailboat and line that up so I can have my little post. Oops. Maybe if I bring it up a little. It is so hard to do this. I want to bring this right close to my body, but I'm keeping out in front of my camera for you guys. And there we go. Now we're going to bring this together, and I'm going to, first we're going to stamp some of our seagulls, and I'm going to use that darker misty moonlight. And the stamp set has the little seagull right here. Just grabbing one of my smaller blocks so I don't get ink everywhere. Actually, you know what? Placement is important on here, so I'm going to take our dimensionals. I'm using our miniature dimensionals because I want my little base of my sailboat popped up. And we are going to take this guy and we are going to position him right there. Now, I have a little bit of my dimensional showing, and I'm just pushing him in. And then we have this little guy. And he's going to go up on top of the water. I'm positioning him purposely from an aesthetic look. Something that looks farther away is smaller. Now we can stamp our little seagulls here. And I am going to stamp, so with those stylish dies that are MIA, I also cut out this banner that comes with it. And we are going to stamp Happy Retirement on here. And I actually think this is going to be my husband's retirement card because he retires this year. I'm going to do that in the same color as well. We'll pop that up. So this is the new sailboat die stamp and embossing folder. I have noticed that they are not offering this embossing folder alone. It is only available with the bundle. So we're going to put this right here. We have that going right there. And the last we need to do is add my little seagulls. I didn't lose them, and they're so tiny that you would think that I would have. And because some of these are so small, I think Jen was right. I should have used my liquid glue. Should have followed her direction. And my pickup tool. Yep. So I see Jen and Lisa are on here. If you guys have questions, I hope they're answering. And if they can't answer it, I will be happy to. After we're done showcasing. This guy is so small. I want him up on the right way. There we go. And there we have it. And I do think this is more of a cheerful color than the dark blue. This dark blue is our new Secret Sea, one of my favorite colors. So there you have it on our stamp sets. And I did want to highlight to you guys the additional stamps that are on here. You can create additional detail on the bottom of your sailboat. You've got water, wavy water right here, and these beautiful banners, as well as these fantastic accents on all these dies with the embossing folder. So thank you guys so much for joining. I will check out all your comments. I appreciate it. Your challenge for this is to create something that is water related. It could be a scrapbook layout, it could be a card, but it has to be water related. So think beach, boat, rivers, creeks, anything that has water related to your project is what is required for this challenge. Thank you guys so much, and we will see you in a little bit for bingo. Have a great one. I hope you're having fun. Bye.